Okay, so in this video here, I want to take a moment to go over a couple of the things, concepts that I want to make sure you guys understand. Okay, so in this example here, if you will, I've got 4 sets, and I want to show you again one about the relationship between sets. Okay, and a couple things I didn't mention before. So in this case here, notice that A and B have the same elements in there. They're not in the same order, but remember, when we talk about sets, we don't care about the order. Order doesn't matter. We're just talking about what's in the set. So we would say that in this case, A is a subset of B, right? Because all the elements in A is contained in B. But also, all the elements in B is contained in A. So B is also a subset of A. But that also tells us something else. Well, if all the elements of A are in the elements in B, and all the elements of B are the same elements in A, then this comes together, and what we say is A is equal to B. Okay, now again, that might have been duh. Of course, we can see that they're the same. But again, it's important to know the definition. So if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then A equals B. Okay, so what does it mean to be equal? It means that they have the same elements in their sets. Okay, now, what about D? Well, D, we would say, is contained, but now it's a proper subset, so we would say D is a subset of A. We would also say D is a subset of B, right? Doesn't matter, but we would say it's a proper subset, right? Okay? But again, if you wrote it wouldn't really matter whether you wrote the equal sign. Still, you're saying subset. No, C. C, if we compare C and A, we would say, well, C is not a subset of A, it's not a subset of B, it's not a subset of D. Why is that? Well, because it has this extra element 0, right? But B is a subset of C, though. A is a subset of C, and D is a subset of C. So what do we, but also, now this brings up another concept. Well, we can say A is equal to B, but what if there's elements that are not in one element? Then in this case, we would have to say that C is not equal to A, right? Again, just a little bit of nomenclature and symbolism, okay? Okay, and that's all. Oh, one last thing. Couple of things dealing with the null set and a set. So here's another fact that you need to know that's always true. Any set is always a subset of itself. Okay, let me say that again. A set is always a subset of itself. Because if we allow for equals, right? So we can always say A is a subset of A. Not a proper subset, but a subset. So this is always true. This is always true. Okay? Also, the null set is a subset of every set. The null set is a subset of any set. Okay, that's another thing you want to remember. So the null set, remember the null set is the set that has no elements. So it should make sense that, hey, the null set is going to be a subset of every set. Because you're going to take a subset, well, the smallest subset is going to be the set that has nothing in it, right? So when you're counting subsets, for example, if I wanted to find out how many subsets are there in C, well, one subset then is the whole set, right? C itself. C is a subset of C, so C is one subset. And then I could take all subsets of 4, right? That's 1. Then I could take all the different subsets of size 3, right? I can go one less. So I've got this 3, right? I got 0, 1, 2. I can take 0, 1, 3. I could take 0, 2, 3. I could take 1, 2, 3. So that gives me how many subsets of 3? How many different subsets of 3? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives me 4. Then I go to subsets of 1. Well, I can have a subset of 0, or just 1, or just 2, or just 3, which gives me another 4. But then I got the empty set, the set with nothing in it. So that gives me a total of what? 10 subsets. I've got the whole set. I've got 4 sets of 3, 4 sets of, oh, hold on a second. Oh, I forgot subsets of 2. I'm sorry, I skipped 2. We've got 4 subsets of 2. So I would have to count all the different subsets of 2, right? So I've got these 2, these 2, these 2, these 2, these 2, and these 2. So that gives me 6. Okay, so that gives me what? 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 plus 1. Which gives me what? 16. So total number of subsets would be 16 in this case. So that's important to know. Okay, we'll do more of that too, I'm sure. Okay, have a great day. See you next time.